In Edge of Tomorrow, Tom Cruise does his best groundhog impression, reliving the same day over and over again as he tries his best to stop an absolutely wicked alien invasion. What's up, everybody? Your friendly neighborhood Tony here with another Blu-ray Tuesday. For those that don't know, Blu-ray Tuesday is when I reach into my big old pile of Blu-rays and pull one out and review it for your viewing pleasure. Also, and absolutely more important, it lets me take movie recommendations from you. So if you have a movie you'd like me to review on Blu-ray, let me know in the comments below. This Blu-ray Tuesday recommendation comes courtesy of the homie SK. If that all sounds good to you, give the video a like and consider subscribing for more movie reviews, rankings, and reactions. All right, let's get into it. The Blu-ray Tuesday pick of the week is Edge of Tomorrow, also known as Live, Die, Repeat, which is inarguably an infinitely better name for it. It is a sci-fi action film that came out in 2014 and is based on the Japanese light novel written by Hiroshi Sakurazaka, nailed that name, which is called All You Need Is Kill, which is also another infinitely better name. Despite kind of flopping the marketing of this movie, and also despite having a pretty bloated budget, the movie was ultimately financially successful. I feel like barely. And it received a ton of positive reviews all around. Most recently, I think within the past couple of months, there's also been a fair bit of chatter about a potential TV series coming to HBO Max, which would be dope, but I will believe it when I see it. The movie is directed by Doug Liman, who you might know from directing such movies as Swingers, which was one of his early works. He also did The Bourne Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, American Made, and Jumper, which, we all make mistakes. The movie stars Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, the late Bill Paxton, and old Mad-Eye Mooney Brendan Gleeson. Edge of Tomorrow follows Tom Cruise's character, who is a major in the United States military, who really hasn't seen any combat or action of any kind. He's really kind of this slimy and cowardly marketing guy. Either way, he's swept up into this global conflict. You see, this crazy, violent, and advanced alien species has invaded the Earth, and we are losing real bad. He ultimately ends up in combat with these aliens and is completely unprepared. Through a series of events I'm not going to spoil for you, he ends up finding himself in this Groundhog Day style endless loop. He teams up then with Emily Blunt's character, who is a much more experienced and capable soldier, and they try to find a way to single, or I guess double-handedly, take down the entire alien invasion. This is actually another one of those movies where I couldn't really find any weak links. It really kind of reminds me of a lot of the pre-2000s sci-fi action movies that we all know and love. You've definitely got some aliens DNA in there. Not necessarily alien, but aliens. There's also some Starship Troopers. Actually, a lot of Starship Troopers, except way, way, way better. And even a little bit of the Terminator, maybe. It really has that classic foundation with all of the modern bells and whistles. And honestly, hits on everything it attempts. I really wish I could tell you some negatives, but I just don't have any. Okay, I might say this. My girlfriend sat down to watch the movie with me, and it didn't really do it for her. It just didn't grab her or hold her attention, so that might be a criticism. So if it's just not really your vibe, you may just want to skip it. It's not really going to do anything to drag in people that wouldn't otherwise be interested in a sci-fi action alien invasion movie. But that's fine. I mean, I feel like you can't give a movie a bad review for not doing something that it doesn't intend on doing. That would be like giving Schindler's List a bad review because it's not funny enough. I mean, it's not a comedy. It's not supposed to be funny. All right, before we get into the Blu-ray itself and into the special features, if you're enjoying the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I just posted the 200 subscriber Q&A video, and I cannot wait until we get to 300 subscribers so that we can do another one. If you're not sure you want to subscribe just yet, that's totally cool, no problem. If you could, just give the video a like while you're here. I'd appreciate that too. All right, let's get into the disc. As you can see here, I've got the Blu-ray of the movie. It's not currently available on 4K, unfortunately, which is an atrocity. Also, a real quick aside, I won't docket any points for this, but can we please get someone to work on the menu presentation for Blu-rays? You have these incredible, expensive, over-the-top movies, but then when you fire up the Blu-ray, the menu screen looks like a PowerPoint title page that I threw together last minute for a humanities project. Again, it doesn't really change anything for my overall thoughts on the movie, but come on, man, get it together. All right, back to the important stuff. Despite not being available on 4K, the picture and sound quality of this disc are top notch. Honestly, probably about as good as it gets on Blu-ray. The aliens look incredible, the gunfire and explosions, the mech suits are stunning. Also, if you have a sound system, yo, crank that ish, son. This has a 7.1 Dolby track, so no Atmos, but either way, awesome to listen to. It also doesn't do that thing where it's so busy just blowing your brains out with explosions that you can't hear what anybody's saying. Really, totally expertly balanced sound. Straight up, chef's kiss. Okay, now, the special features. First up, I have to say it, no director commentary. Unbelievable. Get it together, Liman. All right, despite that, you actually do get quite a bit on the disc here. For one, there's something called Operation Downfall, the adrenaline cut, which is really just an uninterrupted cut of the whole beach battle with basically every cool shot, kind of just a flawless speed run of the beach battle. Then you have a featurette called Storming the Beach, which is pretty cool. It's a behind-the-scenes featurette with Doug Liman, Tom Cruise, and a few others. They go into a lot of the World War II vibes and the overall aesthetic of the movie, really focusing on how they set up and filmed the whole beach encounter. Then you've got a featurette called Weapons of the Future, which is mostly going into the exoskeleton suits that all the soldiers wear. You've got Creatures of the Future, which goes into the different alien creatures. They're called mimics in the movie, and it kind of breaks them down and how they created them. Then you've got some deleted scenes, which are pretty cool. And finally, really, the piece de resistance. I'm not sure what that phrase means, but I think it means it's something important. You get this super long featurette. I think it's like 45 minutes. It's called On the Edge with Doug Liman. And it is really the big reason to even crack open the special features on this disc. It shows you everything you want to see about the entire process of making the film. And it's really, really dope. Absolutely recommend watching that. And that's it. So not bad on the special feature size of things. I'd give it a B if I was rating the movie and special features on a grade scale. All in all, this movie is straight fire. I mean, look, I might be a little biased because it's, right up my alley. So, okay, I'll qualify it with that. But if you're into sci-fi action movies, if you're into alien invasion movies, if you're into an unlikely hero doing hero stuff, if you like Tom Cruise, or if you like Emily Blunt, which, I mean, if you don't like Emily Blunt, like, who hurt you, my guy? But if any of this sounds cool or fun or enjoyable, then I challenge you to dislike this movie. You just can't do it. I refuse to believe it. I love it. Thank you so much, SK, for recommending it to me. And I hope that the TV series is actually going to happen and that it doesn't suck. Oh, also, for consistency's sake, I will tell you, I was able to pick up the Blu-ray for around $10. So yeah, at that price, totally worth a purchase for me. Although I would have loved to have seen it on 4K Blu-ray, and I'd be willing to pay significantly more for this on 4K. But of course, these are just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you seen Edge of Tomorrow? What'd you think? Otherwise, here's a question. What was the first movie you saw Emily Blunt in? I think mine was either The Devil Wears Prada or Looper. I can't really remember which one I saw first. Aside from that, I've also got a full playlist right over here with all of my most recent Blu-ray reviews. If you want to hear my thoughts on those, maybe get some recommendations, click right on into there now. And don't forget to recommend your Blu-ray Tuesday recommendations in the comments below. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Be good.